welcome back to another day in the life of a small business owner vlog. It is Monday. I love Mondays because it's the start of a fresh week, meaning new opportunities, new possibilities, especially when it comes to arts and creativity. And today we have a couple things on the list to do. First things first is knocking out 2 orders that I got on Etsy that I actually want to be able to take to the post office today before they close. So let's hop right into the first one, which is a custom mirror. So I'm gonna obviously take you all behind the scenes of creating that. And then the second is just a straightforward order. It is a DIY kit that someone reached out about. So yeah, let's hop right into it. Before we actually get into designing the piece, I want to open a package that I got from Amazon. Once I got the order the other day, I noticed that some of the colors that she wanted, I don't have on hand because they're kind of unique colors. So I went on Amazon because I know they're fairly quick, and I ordered kind of like a bulk array of different color vinyl. I thought it was in rolls, but the way that the package came, I'm assuming that they're all sheets. So yeah, these absolutely are sheets, and I hope they're the permanent ones. I'm pretty sure that's what I clicked on, and I'm probably gonna end up keeping it in this packaging because it's just a good place to have everything together. Yeah, so this is the permanent sticky vinyl, which is exactly what I need. And as you can see, ooh, child. As you can see, there are so many different colors that you can choose from, and I'm glad because she did ask for a few different colors. And also it looks like they gave me like 2 or 3 of each sheet, which is good, so that I won't run out for a little bit of time, and I should be able to have basically any color anyone could ask for in the near future. For her mirror, which is this white mirror right here, she wants the colors mint green, lavender, and orange gold. So we're gonna go through these, grab those colors, and then get started, like I said, on the design and getting this together. This should not take long at all. So let's go ahead and knock this out. This is kind of the closest colors to the mint green that they're looking for, but this still does not give me what I think they want. This is kind of giving me mint blue. So I'm gonna run to Michael's and see if they actually have something closer to a mint green. When I ordered this, I did look for the mint green color, and they said that they had it, and I'm assuming this is the one, but this just isn't it. So I'm gonna run and do that. Before I do that though, I am gonna put together the mini DIY kit, since that's a fairly quick thing to do, and run that over to the post office. Or maybe I will wait until I get back with the other thing, because I feel like I can get that done in the amount of time that I have between now and when the post office closes. But I'm gonna have to get to moving. So let's get the mini DIY kit together first, and then run to Michael's. Package is all set, so I can get ready to head out of the house, go to the post office really quickly, and then to Michael's. So they have a couple of different options. They have sheets that I could get, which I feel like this is the closest to mint green. But this is still very much giving like seafoam green. If not, which you see they all in the family, the next closest would be, yes, regular green. So none of those are going to really work. But then down here they have more greens, which I feel like one of these should be able to work. So maybe, I don't know. Let me see what this is called. This says turquoise, I think. Yeah, that's turquoise. So my closest one to mint green, in my opinion. Oh, right here. I think this literally, yeah, it says mint. So I'm gonna grab that. But I actually might see if this company has it, because this one is $9.99. And they might have a better deal, which it looks like they do right here, but that's color changing, so no. But right here they do even better, because these are $6.99. So let me grab one of these. I am so happy that they had that mint green. I did try to look for it with the other company, but they didn't have it. The closest that they had was like a turquoise, and that wasn't gonna fly. So I got that one, and I used, number one, a coupon that Michael's had for 30% off. So I ended up making it cheaper. And then also, because I am a Michael's rewards member and I'm constantly shopping there, I actually had a $10 voucher, so I didn't have to swipe my actual card at all for that purchase. I just used the credits that I had. Now I'm gonna head back home and get this mirror together, and then I will be able to drop off both packages at the post office before they close at 5 o'clock. Right now it is 3:55, so we have a little over an hour. I'm back home, so now I can get to work on this mirror. It's 4:10. If I can get this done in the next, say, 10 to 15 minutes, which is all it should take, I can be able to get out the house, get to the post office, and drop this off so that I can get back and work on some other stuff. So let's get to designing this and then printing everything out and getting the mirror together as a whole. Most chaotic last hour and a half that I have ever had. just running around. I did make it to the post office with 2 minutes to spare. So I got in there. There was only one person ahead of me that was already at the counter, and the other associate actually came and got my stuff. Like I said, it was only things that they had to scan. So it wasn't like I was gonna be taking up much time. So I was pretty much in and out. Very grateful for that, to get those done. Those are the only 2 orders that were on Etsy. So now that's cleared out. I do have one more order. I have to send an invoice for my email, which I'm going to do that in a little bit. But now that I am not rushing, I can finally sit down and say, hey y'all. I already said hey at the beginning, but I feel like I was speaking very quickly and kind of in a rush. Now I'm back home. We opened one package earlier, but I did have another package I wanted to open. It's just that time was of the essence, so I couldn't do it then. But now we have the time, and it's this package right here. I ordered this from Temu. I tend to, and I think I've said this before, but I tend to get a decent amount of my supplies from Temu because they have things for the low, which I love. And also, if there's something I want to test out or experiment with, they sell a lot in bulk, which I really like as well. So I got a couple things from there. First and foremost, I got these like clear bags. They are for the DIY kits. So for example, this DIY kit could fit right inside of here, and I can ship it out still inside of a poly mailer or a bubble mailer, but it can definitely go inside of here with the other stuff that's with that. So I wanted to get some of those. It is 100 of these, and it was probably only like $4 or $5, affordable. I also needed some more fragile stickers. Got those. Love that. I got some clear, this is clear tape, but this is tape specifically for sublimation. And I wanted to get some because I have the orange kind, which is this one right here. But I feel like sometimes that transfers if it's a white surface, depending on like what it is that I'm transferring. And I don't like that, so I got the clear one so that the actual color of that won't transfer as well. Next on my list, more fragile stickers. These are just a bit thinner than these are. So for smaller packages, I got some more doll tags for sublimation, and for my wooden pieces, I include these on some of them, or they can be bought as an add-on with some of them. So I got more of that. I have the decent amount, but just in case. I also got these, which I love this so bad. These are cups that actually have measurements on the side, and it comes with the popsicle sticks. So since I use epoxy, beforehand I was using like styrofoam bowls to mix it in, but I would do the measurements inside of these small paper cups. And I started to notice that whenever I would use that specific method or those materials to pour out my epoxy, that's the best way to put it, that it wouldn't turn out to the best of its ability. I feel like little pieces of that styrofoam like may have come off, or maybe that material with the epoxy just created some type of like, I don't know, weird stuff. It was weird stuff going on. I did not like that. But I really do like when I am able to mix it in these plastic cups, because it's, it comes out so good. And not to mention, the measurements are right on the cup, so I don't have to worry about putting it into the small cups, making sure I have 2 of each, and then pouring it into there, and then mixing it, and then you always have a little bit left over. The measurements are just so accurate. So I got another set of those. It's a 50 pack, and I run out of those fairly quickly. And then second to last but not least, I got some sublimation transfer paper, which when I first got into sublimation, I did use the same one from Temu. I never ordered any from Amazon. I thought about it, but I got some more. It's only 50 sheets. I should probably start ordering way more than that. And finally, last but not least, I got some boxes. These are smaller boxes, and I want these to kind of be for these DIY kits. Well, yeah, I guess. I could put it inside that plastic part I showed you, and then put it inside of this, depending on the actual sizing of this. I'm pretty sure I measured this before I ordered it. And do I want to open it? Yeah, I can open this. I'm like, where am I going to put this? So this, oh, it actually may be a little bit smaller. So it would depend on what I'm putting in here, but this is a smaller box that I could use to ship stuff. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna put in here yet. Definitely it's gonna obviously have to be something small and probably something DIY related, but it's kind of this tiny, which isn't bad. Let's see if this will fit in here. Yeah, this way too big. That won't fit in there, but maybe something else can fit in there. I just don't know what at the moment. Maybe it could be some, like I said, some DIY kid stuff. I don't know. I just got these because I knew that I could be able to use them, especially the smaller boxes like this. This has to be about, I would say 50, but it might be even more than that. But we're just gonna say 50 for the sake of me not actually knowing. Oh no, it's 100. It's 100 of them. So I think these are great. And if I don't have anything at the moment to put inside of these, I can always come up with a design to be able to put in these. Now I'm gonna put all of this stuff up that I got, throw out all of that plastic. And then the last thing that I want to do today is something that I feel like I have been putting off for like a week now because my attention and focus has been in other places. But I finally want to do it today. With these DIY pieces and these little offset pieces, I want to actually spray paint these and then glue them together to see how they turn out. And that way I could put these onto Etsy and have a sample to actually put on the Etsy, but also showcase these on my TikTok before it goes away. Oh, we're gonna have a whole nother discussion about that, but I want to experiment with these. I have 3 of them. So I have this one, I have this one, I think I showed y'all these before, and this one. And these are just mock-ups. I know people have definitely expressed interest with the little sample or example I had showed on social, but they have not seen them spray painted. So today I'm gonna spray paint them to see how they turn out. You all know that last time I went to Michael's, I got every color spray paint that was possibly in there. So I have all the colors that I need. I just have to go out on my balcony and set it up so that I can spray it before the sun goes down, because once the sun goes down, I feel like, I mean, I can turn on the lighting out there, but I feel like it's always different. So at least go out there to spray it, get a couple coats in while I can, and then come back inside and glue them. So let me put all this stuff up, stop chit-chatting because I'm losing sunlight, and then we can see how those are gonna turn out. So let's get this stuff put away. Done with spray painting those pieces. It took a lot longer than I anticipated. I think because I had to do so many coats and I was only doing 2 of them at a time. So I was like in and out, in and out, in and out. I finally feel like I got enough coats on all of them, but I still want them to dry fully. I think there's still a few spots that may be a little bit wet, but this is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. Hopefully they don't stick to the paper. I know those aren't. This one's trying to, so let me actually move that off the paper. And same with that. I'm gonna move these off so that I don't run into that issue. But I'm gonna give it the rest of the night to dry, and then in the morning or tomorrow I'm gonna come back and glue them together and show y'all how the final product looks, just so I can make sure it is all set. One thing I will say though about this spray paint, this one turned out the best. This had to do multiple coats. This is probably the second best. I would say this is, and these are kind of the same. I feel like it just took a really long time with that. And it may be because of the specific spray paint that I use. The one for the gold is like a really good, well-known paints company. And I like their spray paint. The other ones I just got from Michael's, I have never seen them in a store like a Home Depot or Menards where they really have like the good paints that people are using for homes and things of that nature. So maybe that's the reason why those are a little bit janky. Or it took, not janky, it took me a longer period of time to get them how I wanted, and I had to do multiple coats. So anywho, I'm gonna let that dry overnight. I wanted this to kind of be like a one day vlog, but we gotta roll over to tomorrow because we need to wait on that to dry. So yeah, we're gonna call it a night for now, and I'll check back in with y'all in the morning. We're back and the pieces are finally dry, meaning that we can get to work with gluing these together and then taking pictures and videos of them. Number one, for social media, obviously. TikTok is back. It went away for a couple hours, but it is back, meaning that I can finally piece these videos together once I get photos and videos of them. But also I can add them to my Etsy shop and then send them out to my email subscriber list so that they know what is available and can start placing orders. I just dropped the top for this, but I need to cut off the end nozzle and then we can glue these together. And I'm gonna show y'all the final product outside in the sun, because I feel like the sun and them being in the sun really gives you like a full representation of how vibrant they are. But also that's where I take my photos and videos, so you all can also see like what a customer would see online, or for the end/final clip of my TikTok videos or my reels or my shorts, I also get that part outside because I just feel like it gives it a really nice quality like image. So I'm going to show you all that, but first off, let's glue these together. Dry for the most part, but one thing that I do know for the next time that I do these, especially with the top layer being fairly thin, I'm gonna switch the glue. I'm not gonna use the glue that I did use, which was this tacky glue. I also have wood glue that I thought about using, but they both are white glues that dry either clear, or sometimes they do leave that white residue. Like for example, if you can see right there, it's a little white residue left. You probably can't see from this angle. There's a little left that I could see, and I just feel like to help combat that, I'll use a different glue that is clear and like a strong adhesive glue. And I usually like to use this B700. There is another craft glue that is similar to this that you could get from Michael's, and the packaging is also very similar. It's gray and it has still like red and black and maybe white on it as well. I think it's just a bigger bottle of this. I think that would be better for me to use next time when it comes to these pieces, because I like for my stuff to dry fairly quickly, and it is drying in a decent amount of time, and it's still gonna look good, but it would just take a while to dry. So I still may let those sit out and dry a little bit longer, probably longer than the 10 minutes, just to see what happens with that. But I do have some other like mock-up and test samples, designs that I already cut, but I just have to paint and glue. And with those, I'll probably end up using this glue. I could use the tacky glue because the pieces are a little bit bigger, but maybe I'll experiment with using both the tacky glue and this glue and like use it on two different ones. And then also for one of the sample pieces, I am gonna play around with acrylic. I'm looking at it right now, it's already cut. So I am gonna play around with acrylic, and I think that would also be good for me to test out using this with. It will also do well with the tacky glue, but not necessarily the wood glue. So anywho, I'm gonna go outside and see how these look in the sun, because they are pretty much dry, like they're not moving at all. So I'm gonna go get some photos, videos of these, and then let you all know what is next up on my to-do list, and then also plans that I have for my business as it pertains to this year, because I feel like I just haven't really talked about that. And I feel like if I vocalize that, number one, you all can hold me accountable, but also it's just good to say out loud, because it'll also have me to hold myself accountable, knowing that I have made that like public knowledge, so I can't go hiding behind certain things. So anyway, let me go get these photos and videos of this, and then we'll come back and have a little chit chat session. I got those pictures and videos done, and I'm gonna finish letting those dry. While those are drying, and you probably won't even end up seeing that in this vlog, because I just want to give them ample time to be able to dry. I just want to go over my goals for this year as it pertains to my wood business. I'm gonna pull those up, and I have like a little backstory vent type thing that I definitely want to say as well, because I feel like this really got me thinking about my business, and I'm not taking it more seriously, because I take it seriously, but I take it more seriously as a side hustle, as opposed to like a full-time job. And at the moment, my wood business is my full-time job, as I am on the hunt for a corporate full-time job. So a lot of my time and focus goes into this, and then we're starting a new YouTube channel for my wood business. A lot of time goes into editing, but I will say that I really do enjoy the creative aspects. I love filming, I love editing, but I also love creating for other people and painting and putting pieces together. It's just like a creative gift that God has definitely given me that I have stewarded well, but I feel like I can steward even better. And at the end of the last year, in December, I went on a mini sabbatical, and during that time, I kind of put together my goals holistically for myself, and I broke it down into various categories like learning and growth, health and wellness, things of that nature. But I definitely have career under here as well, and I would count this as something that is career based. So I definitely have an extensive list of things that I want to do with my business and how I want to grow. And one thing that really made me say, all right, you need to put more time and energy into this and really like see where you can take it, is because I started all of this on TikTok. Like, it all started with a TikTok video that I made, and people saw it, and I just literally grew from there. And that was in 2022, and it happened like really quickly. And I didn't have plans on like starting a business or anything, but it kind of just ended up turning into that. And I was doing it more so as a hobby still, like something I would do kind of part-time, but now being on my own and this being my sole source of income for the time being, I really do have to pour a lot into it, because my livelihood basically depends on it. So as I think about that, and then also with TikTok having been in the air and it being back, it's kind of like I don't want to have to rely on just that platform for my business to thrive, or for it to grow, or for it to even sustain itself. So I really have to think outside of that. So as it pertains to my business, these are the goals that I have. First and foremost, I want to find a maker community here in the DFW area. I would love for that community to be specifically laser focused, and I already heard about one. I just have to find their group like on Facebook or something, but I would love to have a community of people that are also creating. And I don't believe anyone's creating what I'm creating, but finding a group of people that are creating so I can bounce ideas off of. If I have questions, to be able to ask them, especially when it comes to material. Like, thankfully I was able to find my wood supplier here, but also I need to find a wholesale acrylic supplier and suppliers for other things that I need in wholesale, because I cannot keep purchasing from Temu, to be honest. So that would be great to have. The second thing on my list, which I have been loving viewing these videos on YouTube, and I've been seeing people do this, and I just found it to be encouraging but also just interesting, is to become a vendor at a market or a picnic once a quarter, but I can increase that if the opportunities present themselves. I've been seeing so many people do holiday markets, and a lot of those people are in the candle making business. And I think that is phenomenal, like the fact that they're able to get visibility on their products in their area. And for me, like I said, I've used solely social media, so it's different for me, but I definitely feel like there's a way that I could still do that. Since a lot of my things are like Greek based or teacher based or just one-off projects, I still feel like there are markets and there are picnics that I could be able to go to promote the work that I do. And I definitely want to be able to do that once a month. I have one in mind already for this year, but it's not until Q2. So I have to find one for Q1, which, now that I'm saying this out loud, I need to work on that because I only got 2 more months to make that happen. So that's number 2. Number 3 is I really want to host a free craft or paint class. So as you all saw in this, I cut out the pieces and then you could paint them and then glue them together. I would really like to host a class where people can come in, I'll already have their stuff cut. It may not be personalized like that with their name, but at least having everyone have the same design that you have to paint and assemble. I would love to be able to host a class like that. And I'm really thinking that I could partner with, hopefully, like a Michael's, Joann's, Home Depot, Hobby Lobby, like something like that. And I could provide a free class or workshop for a church or a YMCA or a park district, a school or a library. I need to do more research as it pertains to that because I don't know all of the requirements to be able to host a class like that, or if I would have to find a space on my own and do the publicity on my own, whatever the case may be. But I would love, 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 love to do something like that. The 4th thing on my list is to become monetized here on YouTube. Like I said, I just started doing long form vlogs and YouTube videos over here on my channel. And I really like long form. I love vlogs. I love to watch them. I love to create them. And being that this is, like I said, my sole source of income at the moment, if I could monetize my channel, I would absolutely love that. Right now, I do have the subscriber count for that. I believe I'm at 1,100 subscribers, which I am so grateful for. I know it takes people a long time to be able to do that. So shout out to Shorts for doing what y'all do and getting me to where I'm at right now. But for me to reach the watch time, either my shorts will have to increase drastically in views, which they're in the hundreds of thousands, but not at the 3 million mark, I think. Or my long form videos like this will have to reach 3,000 watch hours, which I think is just more feasible for me. So I'm just going to continue to post my vlogs. And it's also helpful that I can create these in volume because I give you a day in the life. That's literally 1 day in my life, or like this one, 2 days in my life. But I can create so many of these throughout the week that I can constantly put out content. And I think that's the thing. Being consistent and consistently putting out content is what will help me to reach that goal. So hopefully that'll happen. I would love if that happened by the end of this month, January, but whenever it happens, I'll just be very grateful for it. But I am going to be working hard to be able to put out more videos so that I can reach that goal of mine. Next on my list is I want to get a business mentor. I feel like I have been doing this on my own. I've had help from people in terms of like bouncing ideas off of them or them pointing me in the right direction. But I really want someone that owns a business that could come take a look at my business, let me know what I'm doing well, what I'm not doing so well, how I could change things up and just become better as a business owner and a businesswoman and really guide me into the right direction. I take a lot of initiative on my own, so I'm gonna, you know, go get things done. I'm not gonna need them to babysit me, but it would just be great to have someone who is already successful in their own lane, doing their own thing, that could just help to guide me. I don't know if I want them to be in the wood space like me, or the creative space, or if I want them to own some type of other business. Maybe it'll be good for me to have one of each. I think that would be advantageous, but I just know that I want to have a business mentor. Last but not least, I want to get my website redone. I did have it as a e-commerce type of website initially, but I don't know what it is about that or why that didn't work as well as I thought. People still reached out to me via email for orders, which I do not mind at all. Like I did that for the first 2 years of my business. But now I want to more so change my website from a e-commerce, because a lot of the pieces are personalized. So it's like I can't just put up 50 of a piece and people buy it. I want it to be more so a portfolio that tells my story of like how I started, that has videos of me like in a wood shop, working with a laser machine, things of that nature, so people could get the full story. And then they can submit like a form that will come to my email if they want to inquire about a piece of work. So I just have to find someone. I feel like that's the easiest thing I can knock off. Finding someone that could bring my vision to life when it comes to my website. I think that would be very, very helpful for me, because I feel like a lot of people ask, oh, where's the work that you've done? Especially my dad's friends, they always ask, and they don't have Instagram, or they don't get on YouTube like that, or they don't get on TikTok. And it's like, all right, I have to be able to showcase my work. And I think that would be the best way to do it, because all the time it'll be the same website, because I already have the domain. I just have to build the website. And then that way people could be able to find me easier, regardless of what happens with any social media network. Those are the goals that I have under like my business goals. But I do have a section on my goals list that says dream bigger than big. And these are goals that I feel like are big goals. That does not mean they're unattainable. That just means that they are big goals, and it's either out of my hands for them to happen, or I can actively do the work for them to happen. And it's a lot that pertains to my business, actually. So one of them is to identify 3 to 5 possible locations for a makerspace. I really would love to own a makerspace. I like working in my home, but a lot of people have questions about the things that I use, and they would love to learn. And with me wanting to host workshops and teaching the younger generation about creativity and arts and things of that nature, I think it would be cool to own a maker space that I can house a lot of the bigger machines. Obviously can't do that in my apartment, but that's a place where I can house the bigger machines and teach people how to use it, and have workshops and host classes and like painting tips or crafting tips, or you know, things of that nature. I just think that would be a cool thing to do. So at least like kind of getting an idea of where a location is I would want to have one, and possible pricing for me to be able to think about. Also on this list is 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to get 4 sponsorships. Each of them is for a different company or like medium. So I would like to get a sponsorship with a laser company, and I have 4 laser companies written down. So if you know somebody working in the laser space, please send them my way, or let me know what I would need to do to possibly get a sponsorship. I would also like to get a sponsorship with a vinyl company. Love to get a sponsorship with a craft company like a Michaels or a Hobby Lobby. And then a sponsorship with a paint company, since I'm constantly using paint. I love folk art, I love deco art, and Liquitex. I would love that. So those are my dream bigger than big list. Anywho, those are my goals for my business. I don't believe any of them are far-fetched. I think they are all attainable, and I have to take baby steps to be able to get there. But I'm willing to put in the work. Even when I get my full-time job, pray for me on the full-time job, I'm still going to devote my time to creating, because I really love to create. And I did not get an apartment with an extra room to just have all this stuff in here for storage. I really like utilizing this space and creating and seeing what I can do. So yeah, hold me accountable. Be on the lookout for those types of videos, because they're definitely on the way. And I'm just gonna, you know, be as transparent and open and honest as I can throughout this journey. Hopefully to encourage anyone that wants to pursue crafting or has an artistic ability but doesn't know how to like turn that into a business or grow or scale. I'm, you know, learning as I go, and hopefully we'll have a mentor to help me along the way. But all of these are attainable, and all I can do is work hard and try my best. And what is also helpful is the community aspect of things. So people that engage with my videos, people that like, people that comment, all of that is so helpful when it comes to me continuing to grow and being able to do the things that I want to do. So I'm beyond appreciative for anyone that has tuned in or liked my videos or commented and shared it, has purchased from me, anything like that. I'm just beyond appreciative. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about at the end of this video, you all. 2025 has already been going. I've been on the go, and I don't think I have laid out a plan for any of my goals just yet. So this is my reminder to do that, and also to lock back in when it comes to my vlog. So thank you all so much for watching. I know this is a long one, and I know that I was just like jibber jabbing, but I just had to chit chat for a second. So I appreciate you all sticking around, watching. Would love any feedback that you all have. I'll see you all in the comments, and until then, when we're chit-chatting there, I will see you all in my next video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it.